It's Do Time with Pastor Steph.
Good morning, rise and shine. You're on with the Do Time with Pastor Steph. How are you this morning? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. For this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So, where were you all week? It's been a week over here on this Do Time with Pastor Steph. We started off shaking the Monday morning blues with the Do Time crew. We talked about older adults who have been in marriages for years, and they are actually revealing what they don't like. We started off talking about the woman who was married and in this relationship right after high school, married at 21, kids at 23, and she said she never had a chance to figure herself out. You know, do you know how common that is? A lot of people experience that who get married early in life and who have children early in life, and later on they realize that, you know what, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I have missed out on because I ain't had a chance to do nothing. You know, I'm gonna lay here for a quick second. I have spoken to many young people, and my advice to them is, listen, do you live your life before you start having your kids? Live your life before you go ahead and get that married thing going on. Live your life, travel, get your education, do everything that you want to do. So when you settle down, you would have done everything already. And if you want to go back and do some things such as traveling and, now kind of rediscovering who you are, you don't feel like you've missed out on anything. Because I can't tell you at 58 years old how often I've heard people say, I started out too early. I just don't know what life is, and I feel like I've missed out on some things. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. If God spares your life, you're going to have so much time to do this married thing. You're going to have so much time to do this kids thing. You're going to have so much time, to just parlay. Now, I got to tell you, I started off with the kid thing quite early in life. And I'm not, God has afforded me an opportunity to have a relationship with my daughter right here in this ministry. Yeah, Chantice. Yeah, that's my spawn. Mm-hmm. And I had her early, and it's been a marvelous experience having this ministry, and she's been involved like my right hand, and we can get to experience this together. But that ain't, the norm. That's not the norm, because we definitely duke it out. Yeah. But again, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. So I want to just kind of lay there for a minute this morning doing our recap, because I didn't say this during the week. I don't think I did, but I wanted to just kind of bring that up. Or you know what? If I did say it, reiterate it, because it's really, really important. Because I'm really telling you That is very, very, very common. Or what happens is couples get married early and then they spend their lives surrounding the children. So by the time the children get to be adults and off to college or married, or now they're living their own lives, the couples don't know who they are. They've missed out. They feel like they've missed out on their. They don't even know who one another are because they didn't just embedded themselves in the children. Listen, now they don't like one another because they realize that all these years they've just tolerated one another. So, there's a way to get this done. So for those who have not started their lives already, yeah, go to God. Because he's not going to give you a life that years down the line, you're going to be upset. That's just not going to happen. No, God does not give you that. That's what ends up happening when we make the decisions, okay? All right. Well, we did Wednesday, Wow Wednesday, and our girlfriend Vivian never fails us with her crazy stories, her wild stories of the week. And we talked about this 21-year-old young man who is, now responsible for, some destruction of people's lives when he drove 11 hours down the line, down to somebody else's state, somewhere. And he burned the home of his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend's parents. Oh boy, do we have issues in life. Yeah. And the thing about it was the ex-girlfriend wasn't even in a real relationship yet. She had asked him to accompany her to go see a guy who she had met on the internet. Yeah, but instead of him waiting for her to make the trip, he decides that he's going to go on his own. So now 2 dogs perish in the fire. Thank God nobody in the home, was, murdered, because that's exactly what it would have been. And he's going to have a long time to think about this thing. Yeah. We really got to make better decisions, y'all. We really got to make some better decisions. I'm going to go back now to the switch tip that said, check your personality. And it seems to be, that's just been the mantra for the whole week. Check your personality. Yeah. What's going on with you? Do you see how important it is that Jesus is the head of your life? Because when we make our own decisions, we just don't seem to do this thing well. Listen, it's not sometimes for lack of trying. Yeah, it's not everybody's on a destructive path, and we really need to utilize this word of God to really govern our lives, because I'm seeing more and more and more that if we don't use that as a guide and we don't focus on that thing, we gonna be in trouble. Yes, we're gonna be in some big trouble. It takes a lot to give your life over to the Lord and let him dictate what happens. That we don't want to take charge and we don't, pay him any attention until the last minute. So all week, it's been check your personality. It really has. That's a switch tip. I think number 212. It took us 212 tips to get to check your personality. And yesterday's Therapeutic Thursday conversation, they needed some therapy. Yes, they did. We got to focus on the Lord. because we got to step out of us. And that's what that's what was shining yesterday. Us. And it's not about us. It is not about us. We are not here for us. God did not leave us here for us. No, he put us here so that we could be a blessing to one another. You know, the Bible tells us, outdo one another with love. We're supposed to be thinking about other people first. We ain't supposed to be thinking about us first. No, yes. Pastor Steph is starting off with the preaching early this morning, because as I'm doing the recap, I'm realizing that, man, we just messed this thing called life up badly. Yes, we do. So we got some work to do. And it starts with putting God first. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, y'all. It takes a whole lot to make that decision. And I'm really, my prayer is that we put us to the side. We really, really need to put us to the side and make the sacrifice for others. Okay? That's just like the alarm all week long. You know, what about me? What about me? What about me? What about me? That's been going on all week. What about me? What about me? What about me? What about me? What is it about me that I like? You know, what makes me happy? You know, no. So come on. Let's make God happy. And let's give God a reason to keep us here. Oh, did I say that? Whoa, yes. Let's give God a reason to keep us here. We don't want to go in the grave earlier than we should, right? Then come on, let's give God the glory. All right. Woo, there was some kind of recap. Oh, go back and listen. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Go back and listen. Go back and view. Yeah, it's been a phenomenal week. There's been a lot of opportunity to learn, and I give God thanks for that, because that just proves that he invests in us again. All right. Well, let me not hold you up any longer. So go ahead and get that healthy breakfast. Go ahead and tell somebody that it's due time with Pastor Steph is on. And whatever you do, don't go anywhere, because we will be right back.
And women consuming.
For women, the most important supplement she could ever take is magnesium. Magnesium makes every single hormone in your body. For men, I would say the most important supplement for hormones is zinc, because zinc makes testosterone. Outside of that, for both men and women, the other supplement and the other measurement that we all need to be looking at are vitamin D levels.
Vitamin D comes from sunlight, doesn't it?
Sunlight and sardines. The food sources are really bad. This is why everybody's low in it. Really fatty fishes and sunlight.
And we spend most of our time indoors.
That's right.
We can't get it from this kind of light.
No.
Right?
And you have to be outside with your skin exposed at the high point of the day, of the sun, like 12, 1 o'clock, to get the most vitamin D, which is why so many people are low in vitamin D, which is why taking vitamin D is a smart thing.
Welcome back. Good morning, and good morning again. Welcome back to It's Due Time with Pastor Steph, and it is Freestyle Friday, y'all. We made it by the grace of God. Woo! We are here. It's been some week. Ooh, but I give God thanks for all things, because he is great all the time. All right. So if you're in the room, you know how we do. Check in and let me know. And listen, before we go any further, make sure you press that subscribe button. You hit the notification bell so that you can be alerted each and every time a ministry pops off on YouTube. Okay, so you can make sure you're hanging out with us. All right, and make sure you like the video and you share. Okay, that's how the world gets out about us. Yeah, I was reminded of that this week. The more you share, the more we keep popping up, and the more we keep popping up, the more this chat room stays live. All right, so who's checking in? Kelly beat Surge to it this morning. She said, no, you're not going to be the one who says good morning first to Pastor Steph. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Good morning, Sherry. I didn't see your name the past couple days. How are you, girl? Thank you so much for checking in. Hey, my boy Terrence. Woo! How are you this morning? Thank you so much. Oh, Miss Brenda, thank you. I love to see your name pop up first thing in the morning. Oh, you're standing outside in the cold. You know, Miss Brenda, I got to tell y'all, before we go any further, I was a young girl when my mother and Miss Brenda started doing school crossing. Yes, and yes. You see this cold out here? Those ladies are in the cold. They hold it down out there. Okay, so we're going to say a public thank you to Miss Brenda and all the ladies and men who stand outside in the cold. They brave this cold weather to make sure our children are safe, and the parents, because last time we were up at the schoolhouse during the afternoon pickup, man, those drivers are crazy. So thank you. I just wanted to say thank you. Good morning, thank you. Oh, we got to check in from our girl, Tamika. Good morning, Tamika. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So again, if you're in the room, make sure you check in. We can't go any further without saying good morning to the ladies that hold it down here so we can get our Facebook Live and we can get our YouTube Live. Let's say good morning to Shantice. Hey, Shantice. Let's say good morning to our girl Anika, who's got a job and helps to hold us down. Good morning, Anika. Yes, I don't know what happened to me this Friday. I haven't had any sleep this week, so I guess I'm going a little bonkers. But I don't know. I'm feeling extra good this morning, so I'm so glad that you're all with me. I couldn't do it without you. Yeah, this is what God told me to do, and I'm seeing why. Because you know how many times we liven up people's morning. What are we talking about this morning? I had two different things that I could talk about, but I'm thinking about our main topic, so I'm gonna go here. We're talking about the insensitive things wives say to husbands that emasculate them. You'll see why I'm bringing this up now for later. Okay, so let's see what they're talking about. Oh, the men are saying, why can't you do it like my dad used to? That's what he says he's hearing. Now, ladies, why can't you do it like my dad used to do it? Well, first of all, you were a kid. Are we really comparing what dad did when we were a child? Come on, y'all. That's not very nice. Now, men, if you got some things that the ladies have said to you, don't have to be now, could be like, a year or so ago, make sure you put it in the chat, okay? Ladies, make sure you throw this up in the chat if you've heard something, or you know what? Let's be transparent. If you've said something to a man that's emasculated him and you're like, oh, I really shouldn't have said that. So come on. All right. What else? You're not a real man if you can't fix this. Who says that? Oh, she's whack. She's straight whack if she said that. You're not a real man if you can't fix this. Every man ain't born to be a handyman. Right? Terrence is the man. Terrence came and fixed my lock on my door. And man, we was fussing with this door before that. I was in love with Terrence after that. Oh, he could do no wrong in my eyes. No. But every man is really not, made to fix things. No, everybody don't know what to do with a screwdriver. No. So I'm sorry. Get yourself together, ladies. What else? I wish you were more like so-and-so's husband. Oh, baby. Are you saying that? Listen, as they say, the grass is always greener on the other side. You really don't know what's going on with so-and-so's husband? No. And I don't care what she's saying about him. No. Because some of these women talk about their husband like they gold and they're garbage. Yeah, because she trying to look good. She don't want to feel bad in front of her people. So she gonna big him up, but he ain't really doing nothing. Nah. No. So I really hope you're not one of those who are saying, I wish you were more like so-and-so's husband. Ooh, chat. I don't know if God's going to be happy with you saying that. Yeah, I'm bringing him up. That's what Stephanie does. Just let me handle it. Come on, girls. Come on, my girls. We're not going to say that to him. Just let me handle it. Now, shh. Yes, handle things better than he does sometimes. But do we want to say it? We can't say everything. I remember God saying to me, take your compliments to him and bring your complaints to me. So when he's not handling things properly, you first want to go to the Lord. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you go to God first, he's going to tell you how to handle it. Oh, wait, did I say that? Oh, wait. Did I say that? That means that you really don't know how to handle it. Oh, shucks now. Did Stephanie just blow up the room? Yes. God is going to tell you how to handle it. So while you throwing up in his face, just let me handle it. God then showed you how to handle it. So how you taking credit? Oh, man. Come on, man. I need some flowers sent this morning. All right, some hugs and kisses, something up in this room, because I'm helping you out today. Listen, let me tell you something. You don't want a pastor other than Pastor Steph, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm straight fair. I am straight fair. See, men, they whack. They always going to side with the men. Pastor Steph, I'll probably get on the women quicker than I'll get on you. Yeah, because you know what? Women are really responsible for a lot of the things that the men do or don't do. Yeah. Let me see what this chat room is saying. Are y'all talking back to me? Terrence said, yep, you're right. Yes. I don't know what you're complimenting me on, Terrence, but I'll take the compliment. Thank you so much. We got to check in from our girl, Viv. Hey, Vivian. Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. Oh, I'm right about saying Debbie. Yeah, we can't say that. We can't say that because you're talking about emasculating a man. As much as we may not want to believe, sometimes they really trying. Yeah. You can't compare the psyche of a man to the psyche of a woman. And I'm not really right now saying good or bad, right, wrong, and indifferent. I'm just saying you really can't compare it. As much as men like to talk about the fact that we are emotional, we still think on our feet. And men are emotional thinkers as well. They're emotional as well. And they handle things based on their emotions. And their emotions just take them into a whole different realm of things. So Ladies, we really need to go to the Lord before we really say a whole lot of things to our husband. Because the worst thing you could ever do is make him worse. You're just like your mama. Oh, she said that to the husband? Wow. I don't know if that's nice. I don't know if that's nice. That's not nothing. You shouldn't say it. Don't say that. That you're just like your mama. For several reasons. Don't say that. Don't say that. Man up for once. Oh, wow. Wow. I think I picked the right list for this morning. Yeah, I think I picked the right list for this morning. Because when you check out these videos later, we got something to talk about. Yeah. I'm going to be asking the men of due time, have they ever had something said to them that emasculated them? And let's see if they tell it. I don't know if anyone is in the room yet. I know our brother Ainsley checks in pretty early, and I can't quite see if... Nah, he ain't on. Nah. John Teese, hit up our men. Make sure they get up. Yeah, make sure Brother Ainsley ain't sleep. Make sure Pastor Jeff is remembering that today is his day instead of Tuesday. Yeah, make sure. Oh, Pastor KL is in the room. He's in the room. All righty. So he's got to let us know. Pastor KL, let us know if, let us know if you've had anything that has ever been said. Don't tell us now in the chat room. Tell us, when you get online. All right. All righty. Up, we've got Tamika that says, ooh, I need a real man, not a mama's boy. Absolutely, Tamika. We can't say that. Did you ever say that to somebody? Are you confessing? Oh, wait. Was that the sarcasm? Oh, or did you do this to him, Tamika? See, if you were watching yesterday, then you know why we're saying all of this kind of stuff. Oh, we got Evans watching from Kenya. Good morning, Evans. Well, in Kenya, it's, what's it, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon over there. Yeah, it's 3:30 over there. So thank you for joining us. Okay. Tamika says, no, not me. Yeah, but you can't say that. You can't say, I need a real man. Because he'll be out there trying to show that he is a real man. Yeah, you know how they do. Yeah, they got something to prove now. Let's see if we can catch a couple more before we move on to our news. What else has she said to him that has emasculated him? You always mess things up. Yeah, we don't want to say that to him. Because then where will we have supported him? We can't smash him and support him. Yeah, we can't do that, But if we need to say something like that, because you need to get a point across, there's some other words that you can use. There's some, and you don't want to say that. You just don't want to say. You always mess things up. But trust me when I tell you, when you really want to say that, woo! Child. All righty. What else are we talking about? You're not good with money. Now, wait a minute now. You gotta take this one off the list. Because if he ain't good with money, he ain't good with money. And I don't know a better way to say that one. You listen, you let me handle the money. Yeah, that one. If he gets emasculated because you tell him you're not good with money, then he got issues. So he'll get over that. Yeah. But try to use some better words. Let it land a little more gently, or gentler, whichever one you want to say. All righty? All right. Well, we got to get to some news, our celebrity news. You know how we do on Fridays. We talk about the people that we know on TV, our friends in our heads. So what are we talking about today? Man, this is like right in front of me and I can't see this. All right, wait, do I have this up? Yeah, today's the 21st, right? Okay. Let's see. Mm. Well, Tyler Perry has got a coming up, and it is a Prime Video film. Well, Lord, I hope it's better than that series. What was that thing, y'all? We did Beauty in Black. Ooh, child. He signed a deal with Prime Video to do a movie called Duplicity. And the trailer has been released. I don't know if anyone's seen the trailer. I haven't, but I haven't watched TV all week either. So he just released this trailer, and it is starring Ron Rico Lee. Now, he's been coming up these days. Ron Rico Lee. Let me tell you who Ron Rico Lee is. He played on Sister Sister as one of the boyfriends. Now, we know it's not Bud, the one who used to play on Cosby, on the Cosby Show, the other boyfriend. What's his name? Shanti's, give me the name of the one who he used to play. And he's been popping up in more and more shows and more movies. And I have to say, his acting chops are improving with his acting. The more he acts, the more he's, showing up. Tariq, thank you. So he's starring in this movie Duplicity. Tyler Lepley, I don't know who that is. That name doesn't ring a bell. And Megan Tandy, that's another name that I'm not familiar with. And of course, if it's a Tyler Perry thing, he's written, produced, and directed it. So I'm just hoping that it's really much better than the last thing he showed us. Because, baby, that thing there, I don't think we were ready for that one. Not at all. All right. What else we got going on in the world of TV and film? Or let's see. Why can't I? Oh, we were talking about this last night. And generally, I don't talk about the stuff before, I get on the air in the morning. But Tamara's husband, T and Tamara, speaking of sister, her husband, Adam Housley, has been talking about people and what he's witnessed in the food stamp usage. And he scrutinized some things that he has seen in the past regarding how people have used this SNAP benefit. And one of the things he said he's watched people pull out this SNAP card or food stamps to spend on sugary stuff, junk food. And then they'll pull out their money, their cash money, for liquor, beer, wine, and cigarettes. And then he said that he has watched people repeatedly buy things such as like a lemon or a lime, get change, walk out the door, throw away the stuff, and then go take the change and accumulate enough change to actually buy what they wanted to buy, such as like cigarettes or alcohol. Now, let me tell you something. People are straight unforgiving. So when he made this statement, they jumped all over it, because he said, as a kid who grew up in the neighborhood, this is what he would stand by and see. That's what he said. And yo, they were all over it because, first of all, they were like, you didn't grow up in the hood. So how could you possibly talk about you experienced this here? What'd you do? Just stand on the side and watch people go in and out? So he says that his parents used every dime they had to open up a small neighborhood grocery store. He and his brother pretty much lived in the back room of the grocery store. And he said, we worked our butts off. And he said, I got baseball cards as pay for picking up the cigarette butts in the planters. Ha ha ha. And he worked and worked until, he could actually see this stuff. And he worked until he left for TV. And his brother still runs the stores. So I guess that's how he figured he got firsthand experience at watching this. And they were not feeling him. They were not feeling him at all. And, here's the thing. And I don't think a lot of people on the other side of the fence understand. So listen, we do know that quite a few people on the other side of the fence, they get food stamps just as well as we do, people of color. But when people on the other side of the fence talk about this, it just has a different ring to it. It just really has an entirely different ring to it. And they're not trying to hear it. They take it as a straight insult. And you know what it reminded me of last night when I laid down? I thought about it. I was like, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like I could talk about my family, but you can't talk about my family. That's what it sounds like to me. That's the overtone that this has. So I'm gonna ask my due time men today, what they're thinking. Do they think that way? Is that what they hear? When they hear, people from the other side of the fence talk, because that's pretty much what goes down in your ear and in your head. It's like, listen, no. When you didn't come out and say this, but that's pretty much who you talking about. Because when you talk about you had a grocery store in the hood, you got to admit, white people really didn't have no grocery store in the hood. They don't have that in Napa Valley. And what's that town in Calabasas? You ain't got no corner store. You ain't got no neighborhood store. That's not your thing. So when you use terminology like that, people tend to think hood. And hood is, the white place. So that's why ain't nobody trying to hear him right now. So Tamara is probably going to have to do a whole lot of talking now, because that's what ends up happening. When your spouse shoots off their mouth, then you going to have to clean that up. So she probably is going to be doing some cleanup on this one. All right. I'm not saying that, it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's what it is. So, Trump and what's his name? Elon Musk have been saying that a whole lot of dead people are still getting Social Security checks. And this is where all the money is going. And they're like, nah, stop. We're not trying to hear that. They claim that tens of millions of dead people over 100 years old are still receiving Social Security payments. And this is why money is like going, and why they trying to pull in this big old deficit. Now, they're saying that they will admit probably that there are people who are dead, who they're somehow still administering Social Security payments to, but it's not as many as they claim. Come on, you talk about what did they say? Tens of millions. Stop. Ain't that many people getting Social Security? Cut it out. Cut it out. So they're claiming that that's the root of one of the biggest problems, and they're talking about people. There's somebody on the list who's still getting Social Security that when they check the birth date, the person is 360 years old. Oh, listen, you mean to tell me in all the people that work for Social Security, ain't nobody picked this problem up? Here's the problem. If somebody is if they issuing them checks or them payments, somebody's getting it who's alive. That's the problem. The problem is not where they do, because where's the money going? Here's the problem. I'm gonna tell you this from experience. When you go and you tell the bank, because this thing with Social Security payments have been going direct deposit, have been in existence for a minute. So you talking about somebody who would be 360 years old. First of all, that's the first problem, because that would be a person who was at one time getting a check. Nobody's getting a check anymore. Ain't nobody got no check in years. So where you sending these checks to? You ain't found out that you got a whole list of uncashed checks, because that's what happens. When the checks don't get cashed, it comes back to them. Yeah, it gets flagged that these checks are still sitting out there uncashed. So that's the first problem. Ain't nobody picked that up. Number two, when you go to the bank and you tell a person, well, so-and-so is deceased, they close the account immediately, especially if they're getting Social Security checks. Yes, because Social Security is paid to the recipient for behind them, but it's deposited in the bank account ahead of time. Does that make sense to you? So in other words, when you get Social Security, you're getting in January for December. So you're always behind. So when they send the money to the bank, so if you're supposed to get your Social Security check on, let's say, the 5th, it's already sitting out there between the bank and Social Security. So when you declare to the bank that the person is deceased, immediately they send the funds back. So that's what I'm saying. If they claiming that all of these people are getting Social Security benefits that are dead 80, 90, and 100 years old, 200 years old, they claiming that people have been getting Social Security for longer than the United States even been in existence. So stop, and then stop. So they're up to something. Or are you, is this government so jacked up that you still got people running, the government who are just real stupid? Because that's exactly what it would have to be. Let's just call it what it is. They would say, don't call nobody stupid. No, you'd have to be stupid. Or either you up to something. Plain and simple as that. Okay. Oh, let's go back into some of these comments before we pull our due time men on. So Shantice, we're talking about what Tamara's husband was talking about. And she said, it will never come across right coming from a white person. Protect yourself and hush. It's true. I'm telling you, people, it's almost like I could talk about my brother, but you can't talk about, you better not try to talk about my brother. We could fight, But I don't care how much you watch me and my sister fight. You better not try to fight my sister. That's just the way this is. I'm telling you, that's the way it goes down. All right. And now Tamara's husband is in the tabloids like Tia's ex-husband was. Yep. We got a check in from our girl Kiwi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. She says she's lucky she's not on The Real anymore. Yeah, because they'd be ripping her like crazy. All right. Kiwi says, before my job started doing audits, a lot of dead people were getting pension payments. So there's some truth to it. Not the number of people they are claiming, but it's an issue. Yes, absolutely, Kiwi. It's an issue. We know that these people slip through the cracks. You know, they are going to constantly be issuing out all kinds of benefits to people who are no longer here. But so that's not the question, like you said. But all this loading up, talking about people who are 360 years old, or, you know, all these tens of millions of people. That's what I'm saying. You got a level of incompetence working for you that tens of millions of people are still getting benefits that are no longer here. Then who's at the wheel? Stop. Please stop. Oh, we got to check it from our boy Daquan. What's going on, Daquan? Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, it's going down. Where's my due time crew? Who's the first one to check in? Shantice, who's there? Let me see who pops up first on this screen. Normally it's our brother Ainsley. I knew it. Good morning, brother Ainsley.
Hey, good morning, Pastor Steph. Good morning. Good morning, Friday morning.
Why you sound like it's the morning, Ainsley?
Because it is.
It's not 4 o'clock in the morning. It's the morning. You sound like you did just rolled up out the bed. Thank you so much.
Don't get my sleep out my eyes, you know.
Good morning, brother Ainsley. We got to check in from our boy AJ. Hey, AJ, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. So, brother Ainsley, we started off this morning talking about the insensitive thing. Now, you know what? Shachis, tell me how many people are in the room. Brother Al should be in this room because he's on vacation. So we're going to make sure he's on here nice and early this morning. Let me know who
vacation.
Else is on.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, brother Al is on vacation. You know, school is out.
Oh, so, yeah. My brother went away too.
Out, so, yes, but I wanted to take advantage and, you know, get some kind of vacation in. Okay, we got 2 more. So I'm going to hold on to that right before we do our video. So, brother Ainsley, we have Tamara of Tia and Tamara, her husband, in the news talking about the people who used to get food stamps. Oh, no. The people who get food stamps.
Right.
How they misuse the SNAP benefits. And he says how in his day, his parents had a grocery store and him and his brother used to hang out in the back room. And he watched how, you know, the people would come in with their SNAP benefits. Now, at that point, it must have been paper because based on his age, he's not young enough to know only about the card. There was some paper food stamps back in the day.
He's an old dude, huh?
Yeah, he's that kind of age.
Oh, all right.
The card ain't like 50 years old yet. So if he's talking about people he used to see with food stamps, then he's got to talk about the paper food stamps. He said what he would notice is they would come in and they would buy all kind of junk food with the food stamps, but yet take their cash out to buy stuff like liquor and cigarettes and alcohol, you know, all that kind of stuff. And pretty much they would abuse the stamps. And he said he then used to watch them go in and out and buy like a lemon or a lime or something, get the change back, go outside, throw out the stuff, come back in, do the same thing over and over and over again until they've accumulated enough to actually go and purchase And that's how they would buy their cigarettes and their alcohol and stuff. And the people are not trying to hear this from him. They're like, I'm sorry, you the wrong color to be talking about food stamp usage and how people are not using these benefits properly. We ain't trying to hear that from you, because what you don't know nothing about no grocery store. That ain't your life. You don't know nothing about this life, so stop talking about it. Would you agree that it comes across differently when, you know, a person who's on the other side of the fence is talking about these things, opposed to when we talking about one another?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. But you know, also too though, like I don't know really who he is. And but I did see a post something. I didn't get the full thing, and it was I get them twins mixed up, Tia Tamara, and she
Yeah,
was
me
saying,
too.
"No, my husband is not a racist," and blah blah blah. And somebody was saying, "Yes, he is," for what he done said and stuff
Mm,
like that. But I didn't know what was said or the extent of it and stuff like that.
okay.
So now hearing that, yeah, first it's a few things with this. First, yeah, there's is this presumption that when you're talking with people using food stamps, snaps, taking these benefits, is always our people, Black African American, is always associated with that. But
Mm-hmm.
the reality is, there's more white people on this stuff than us in the first place. All right, but the assumption is the face of the benefit entitlement is Black people. So it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
them Black
Mm-hmm.
people, they're not using this properly, or they do everything what you just said, right? So I would take the stance if this person said he saw all that, okay. But I was like, man, these white people be doing that too. I was like, you know, there's more white people on this stuff than us, right? I said, I would inquire, like, yo, what, like you saying the hood, you know, I was like, yo, no white people be doing that over there? Or you like you say
Mm,
Calabasas and
mm-hmm.
um Hollywood, that's what they do over there? Because around my neighborhood, Best Stuy, I know what happens over there, but I don't know what goes over there. So I'm like, wow, it's a pandemic, or y'all white folks doing that stuff, then ain't it?
Wow. Ooh,
You
nice
know,
comeback, Ains.
you know, I will clear that up. And here's another thing,
Ooh.
you know, they say it's not using it as it's supposed to be. All right, we know junk food is not the best thing to eat, you know, but come on now. Now, if you really in the hood, right, most of the time there is no healthy options. You get what you can get with the food, what you can get, which oftentimes is the junk food and stuff like that. You know, most of the time there is no healthier options and stuff like that. And I'll take it a step further. So I know there was this big talk about um, once they want to stop people using the benefits for junk food. How
Mm-hmm.
about this? If
Yeah.
junk food is so bad, eliminate the junk food altogether for everybody.
Other country. That's right, because other countries have.
Right, because other countries say, yeah, your junk food is so bad, we don't even want it in this country.
Right. Right.
You know, it's
Right.
that bad. Keep your
Right.
junk food to yourself. When a whole
Right.
countries, not just one, they were like this
Right.
list. It was like, we don't want your, we don't want you, we don't.
Right.
No, we don't want that stuff. Your stuff y'all make,
Right.
that ain't, I don't, it's not even considered food.
Right.
So
Right.
it's that manufactured stuff. You keep that over there. You kill your own population, and we do what we're going to do over here. So if if you're really concerned about junk food consumption, eliminate it altogether. Here we go
Right.
again, talking about man, because those poor white folks, man, you can't be doing that to them like that, you know.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely, Ainsley. You're right, because other countries have banned certain foods that we continue to sell in the United States. So it's like
hmm
like you said, if it's so bad and you don't want, people to buy in it who are getting the SNAP benefits, whether you're white or black, then take it out the country altogether and, you know, be done with it, because they have talked about, you know, having certain food that you can buy off of, you know, with your SNAP benefits. So listen, there's a way
And
to
I
get
think,
this done.
right, and there's no, oftentimes there is no better option. You know, some people where you at, you know, the corner bodega, that's as far as you can go. The place to get anything healthier is too far away. So,
Right,
you
right.
know, so what about that? Are you gonna make sure that there are healthier options available for people to use the benefit towards? You
Right,
know,
right.
so it's a frail argument, and it's really a position that they're always trying to presumptuously make us look bad. But let's be clear, there's more on the other side, and white folks aren't using this than us, you know. So let's
Right,
try to
right,
take this,
right.
just try to, you know, clear up this presumption, this narrative, this picture of it's like us, you know, doing this. Nah, it's more than white folks doing that. Now we may do it more
Okay.
per capita, but overall, it's more for them. Let's get this straight, y'all. All right, let's get it straight.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, Daquan is agreeing with you, Ainsley. He says, exactly. And it's proven. Why do people still focus on blacks when referring to public assistance? And if there is a healthier option, the cost of it is outrageous. And it's true, because I, for one, have lived in the same neighborhood for 30 years. I've watched one of our closest supermarkets evolve over the years. And I have to tell you, they have gotten better with their food and the quality of their food, but the prices are outrageous. So I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, so now we're paying for, we have better options, but yo, I can't afford the better option. And
right,
because they all, you know, I always got a, you know, a decent penny, I couldn't afford, you know, I wasn't eligible for food benefits.
right,
So
right.
now, how am I going to balance the scale? So now you're going to criticize what I buy. So you're right. You know, the both of you are right. You know, this is something that, you know, you're teetering on, you know, when you're talking about some stuff that's a real funny area. So you got to be careful about how you talk. You know, as Brother Al would say, be careful how you talk to me. Is Brother Al
Mm.
hanging out with us yet? Thank you so much for joining us, Brother Ainsley. Good morning, Brother Al. Why are you acting all old this morning?
There we go. I had to get my mute button off. Chop, chop of the morning. Chop, chop of the morning. Hey,
Oh my
you-
goodness, you're looking all hard up in the screen. Oh my goodness gracious. Good morning, Brother Al.
Morning, morning. Chop of the morning. Chop of the morning.
Oh, before we go any further, we have a comment from Kiwi. So it's true, very true. They don't like the messenger, and that's okay. Is it a racist comment? No, it's absolutely true. My stepmom used to sell them for cash. Well, absolutely. Let me tell you something. I've seen them other people sell that for cash as well. You know, they would, you know, when you're coming out the store, or what, I've been in the store and they're asking, you know, are you gonna buy your, you know, are you buying your food with money? Oh, step back. Go ahead with that. No, thank you.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
walk
by
up
the
on me.
cashier line. Yeah,
Don't walk up on me. And I've seen
two
it
for
from both
one.
sides of the fence, you know. And unfortunately, it's not. It's, again, we're not talking about whether it's true or not. It just don't. It never has a good ring from it when it comes from the other side of the fence, and that's what we're talking about this morning, Brother Al. What say you? You know,
Yeah.
when, you know, is it this theory like we talk about? Yeah, you know, I could fight my brother, but you don't, you can't fight my brother. You can't talk about my brother. Let me talk about my brother, not you. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, when me and my brother was younger, when I tell you about stuff, he used to get on my nerve. I beat him up, but you better not touch him. You know? I beat him down, but you better not put a finger on him. So yeah, that's most definitely true. And like I said, I remember that back in the day. You know, like Ainsley said, you know, a person be waiting by the cashier line. Hey, bro, you buying those? You buying that with food? And you know, your first thought is, hey, back up off me. But then when he told me, hey, give me $50 and you can spend $150. Come here, bro. Let me holler at you.
You know what?
Exactly.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
It's a bargain.
I've had
I
it
hear you,
happen.
brother.
I had it
But
happen.
y'all can't be buying the people food stamps.
Listen to me.
It's going to be
Okay.
used anyway.
He said, give me
Oh my
$50.
gosh.
He said, give me
What
$50.
do I have on this broadcast? Ow.
Hey,
Ainsley.
we being truthful. That's why.
You got to be truthful. Are we being truthful?
This is a show of truth. This is a true. This
Tell
is a
him,
show
Al.
of truth and justice
Tell
in
him,
the
Al.
American way. Okay. And the brother came up to me and said, "You give me $50 cash." You know, honestly, he said, "Give me $50 cash, and you can spend $100 in food stamps." And I'm sitting. I said, "No." At first, I go, "Whoa, wait a minute! I can get a couple more items. Come here, brother. Let me holler at you for a second. Let me holler at you for a second." You know what I'm saying? And I did what I had to do. Okay. Instead of leaving out there with one thing and steak, I left out with two. Some chips and some other stuff. Let's keep it real here. This is what we do on the Due Time Show. This is what we do on the Due Time Show with K-Back Now. But it is correct. It is correct because it does sound, you know, when it comes from the other side of the fence, it does sound like shots being fired. Like, okay, you had a grocery store. You don't know what it felt like to have to go down there and get online and get stamps, you know, and fight with these people and make sure you got the right amount of money. If you don't have the right amount of money, now you got to lie, and now you got to get letters and have somebody write up letters. So for him to say that, you should just kept your mouth closed. And then, like I said, in a way, it's you throwing shots. You throwing shots at people. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it felt like. Your parents owned the grocery store, but he's saying that, but your parents ain't stop it. Your parents owned the grocery store. You knew, y'all saw what was going on, but y'all ain't do nothing to stop it. Y'all took that money. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's like Trump talking about stamps. That's like Trump talking about stamps. You don't know what it felt like. You was born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. You know what I'm saying?
I was just going to say, please don't go Nino Brown on us.
That's Malcolm X. We didn't land on you. We've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray, ran amok. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's always,
it's
always,
yeah.
It's
You know,
always a twist.
and like Brother Ainsley said, it's like black folks are the poster child when it comes to public assistance. When you got whites, oh my God, there's a ton of Jews go through the back door. And I'm being real on that. It's a ton of Jews go through the back door and they go in and get their stuff immediately. And let's not talk about the immigrants that just came over. What? They ain't had to show nothing. They just go in there. My name is Jose Vasquez. And you got 200 food stamps with no question, no ID, none of that. Let's keep it real. And that's all I got to say.
True, Al. It's true. It's so true. Who's next up on my board? While Shantice is pulling up the next individual, I got to read some of his comments. Kiwi says white Americans are the majority of recipients of food stamps. And lastly, yes, we use them to buy junk food all the time. Absolutely. Terrence says the reason why people think black people are on Snap more than white people is because we display it on the internet. We show off about having it. It's true. It's this thing on Instagram now of these stupid women are on it talking about, yeah, I get $3,000 for my 9 kids. Oh my gosh, it is horrible. It is straight horrible. Yes, Terrence, yes. Daquan says, tell the truth, shame the devil. They don't have deals like that no more. Shanti says, Brother Ainsley and Al, we cannot be a part of the scam. Daquan says, gladly night welfare man. Oh my goodness gracious. Terrence says, yes, I know a lot of people that sell their food stamps just like that as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all are a mess. Who's next? Who's next up on the board?
Look, I don't do it no more, but you know, hey.
All right now, Brother Al. Is that Pastor Jeff?
Pastor Jeff's screen is dark. So
Yes.
he buying some stamps right now. He buying stamps right now. Look, Pastor, I don't do it no more, but if I get presented with the right thing, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, do we have Pastor Jeff or don't we? Is he like in between? Is he like in purgatory? Okay, I think we lost Pastor Jeff. Let's try to. Okay.
Go to transaction.
We do have Pastor KL. Good morning, Pastor KL.
Yeah.
Good morning. So let me say this off the top. I got beat up for a couple of days, so I'll just say, my name is KL Frazier, and Al, I approve that message.
Oh my Lord.
I'll leave it right there.
I have all these heathens on the line with me this morning. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Am I the only godly individual here? Oh my God.
I'm gonna bring you a pack. I'm gonna bring you a pack of chicken from the deal.
I'm about to go shopping at Pastor KL's store.
I cannot partake, and I will not buy of that.
You won't know. You won't know.
Chicken.
Coming
from you three, I already am going to assume that y'all got some up y'all sleeve.
I come bearing gifts.
It's real suspect. Real suspect. Okay, Pastor KL, Tamara's husband, is doing this talking. And, despite the fact that there may be some truth to it, it just, when it comes from people from the other side of the fence, it just has a certain ring to it. Would you agree that we just don't want to hear from, and when I say we, I don't necessarily mean me rather, but people of color don't want, or minorities don't want to hear it coming from a person from the other side of the fence because they feel like, yo, you don't really know what you're talking about. As Brother Al said, hey, your people owned the grocery store. You already don't know what we're talking about. What's your stance?
Well, I got a little different sense. Yes, I believe that we don't want to hear about it, but we publicize it so much. You don't want to hear about it, then stop doing it. Everybody knows I work in a store. And I see them pay $90 to $100 just on $1.25 candy. They don't buy nothing else. They don't buy no bread, no milk, no cheese, just on candy. You spending all that money. Give me $90 to $100. So I can survive. It's just ridiculous. No, we don't want you throwing it up in our face, but we keep throwing it in your face. So I mean, look at it from that aspect. And then the other side too, I work and I have 4 projects around me. So sometimes it's Big Mama buying all that candy because she sells it out of her house. Wow. So you got $1.25 and now you're getting $2 candy or $3 candy. You get 4 packs of cigarettes and now Lucy's are $5 a piece.
Wow. Dang, y'all jumping into some stuff this morning. Leave it to my men. Wow. Y'all bringing up some strong points this morning. I can't fight with y'all. Kiwi says, where you at, Brother Al?
I got you.
Even your audience is heathens.
Yo, what is going on this morning? Yo, y'all just dragging the people out. Y'all just bringing up the worst in my Newtown viewers. Y'all bringing up the worst in my Newtown viewers. Oh my goodness gracious.
What you have to understand right now, look what's going on with eggs. We need this. Okay? Look at the price of eggs. It's to the point. I'm gonna tell you how bad it is with eggs. It's to the point where in the store they taking eggs out the cart and putting 3 or 4 eggs in a plastic bag and selling it to you like that. I need them stamps.
Yes, we did that story. Story last week.
It gets worse than that. The shoplifters is taking 3 eggs and putting it in their pocket. So when somebody else goes for the carton of eggs, they missing 3 eggs.
You know what?
I'm telling you, this is a real story.
Wow. 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 Wow.
See me.
Okay, listen. I got is Pastor Jeff on yet?
I'm
He
here.
making some deals.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Did
We
he
like
say-
Nino Brown. Who want to get
Jeff,
paid?
good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine.
I
Is
didn't-
that you smiling?
No, I got a reflection on me or something.
Oh, okay. So
Close your
you
shade.
smiling with
A
us this
sun
morning.
reflection.
Okay.
Close your shade.
Okay. All righty.
It's
So,
closed, but I guess light is coming through the glass up top.
Okay.
Who want to get
That
paid?
ain't
Focus. Focus, Pastor Jeff. Focus. Don't
That's not reflection. He light skinned.
You know what I'm saying? I am not that light skinned, my brother.
Tell you don't focus, Pastor Jeff. Focus.
All right.
Don't pay them no mind. Don't pay them no mind. So, Pastor Jeff, you hear the conversation. You know, they say, listen, I could talk about my people, but you can't. But are you on that, side of the fence, where it's like, listen, I'm not trying to hear this from a person from the other side of the fence, as I always say, but it's true, whether it's true or not. Listen, I need to be able to, hold it down in my own community. You don't talk about it. What's your stance?
Now we talk. This is in reference to the food stamps.
Yes. So what happens is Tamara of T and Tamara's husband publicly talked about how he watched when he was a kid, how he watched the people go up in the store with their SNAP and food stamps, and how they spent the money on junk food and spent their cash on cigarettes and alcohol and stuff like that, and yet they used their food stamps for junk food. And then he said that how he used to watch them go back and forth and spend money and get the change and accumulate the change long enough to be able to buy the cigarettes and alcohol and stuff. So they were pretty much abusive. And the people who were reading the article was like, yo, shut up. You can't talk about, what was going on, because you don't really know this. You don't know this firsthand. And the general, idea is, you're talking about Black people. He didn't say Black people, but that's the assumption. And you can't talk about Black people because you white. I don't care what they do. You keep your mouth off of them, because white people get food stamps as well. So who are you really talking about? What's your stance?
Well, first of all, he felt he had the right because he doing a Black woman. So that gives me the right to talk about you, because I'm I got my black food thing. Okay, so that's his mentality. He think he earned the right, but truthfully, he got to remember that he a white boy, and he got to remember to shut your mouth. You can't talk about us. You don't earn that right to talk about us because your skin color is not us. Okay, and I do see that a lot though with the mixed couples where the man is white. They feel entitled. They could even use the N-word, because they think because they sexing one of our daughters. You understand? But that gives you no right. So I feel like he should have shut his mouth. You don't have the right. Your skin color will always keep you outside of that.
Ooh, Pastor Jeff, you went there. Oh, you went there, Pastor Jeff. A lot of people do feel like that. It's like, yo, you feel like you got the right to talk because you know what? You got us in the bed. And how do you guys feel about that? What do y'all think about that?
About what?
I'm sorry. Ainsley, he said, Pastor Jeff is saying, they feel like they can talk about it because they got us in the bed. So now that gives you carte blanche to open up your mouth.
Yeah, that's what they think. So all because just because you have sex with, you laying with a black person, you mean that means you automatically get a black card? I mean, there's a whole lot of white racist people that slept with some black women. You know what? Now that ain't just because you sleep with somebody don't change how you really mentality think about them. You know what I'm saying? You just physically getting your jolly off. I've taken a step further. He just once he went black, he can't go back. But that don't change how he feel about black people.
Oh, yo.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
I
crazy. Wow. All righty. I'm looking at the time here. I need to switch gears real quick. Excuse me. We're talking about this morning things that women have said that have emasculated men. But before we go any further, I like to keep up in my chat room. Let's see. Terrence says, somebody said, bring back the paper food stamps. I'll buy some. Oh my goodness gracious. We got a check-in from Majesty. Good morning, Majesty. And Kiwi says, Terrence says, I will keep doing it. Someone asked me, I know you see some eggs when you up there now. Yeah, them eggs in the pocket, Terrence, them eggs in the pocket. Oh boy, we in trouble, y'all. Yes, missing eggs. I always check to make sure they're not cracked, but now I got to make sure that the eggs are really in the carton. Oh my goodness gracious. Kiwi says, bring me some chicken too, Pastor KL. And Terrence says he's smiling because he heard about the food stamps for that chicken. Oh my goodness. And Majesty says 37% white people on food stamps and 26% African Americans on food stamps. Wow. All right. So we're talking about things that women have said that emasculated men. And I want, if you were in the room, you heard me talk about this because I'm getting ready to show you some videos that really had my eyebrow kind of raised. And, it kind of, to me, it's a little segue indirectly to my videos. Brother Ainsley, do you have a statement that was made at one time that you heard that emasculated a man, whether it was you or any other man?
I mean, emasculated. I don't know what you mean by that. I mean,
make you feel low. We had some comments that were made. You can't do nothing right. Let me handle it. You can't fix nothing, like that. Make a man feel low.
I mean, once a while, I can remember a while ago, but she was right. It was like, you broke so-and-so. I ain't had no money at the time, so she was right. Because as a man, you're supposed to feel, you're supposed to got it. You're supposed to have it all. You're supposed to, take care of certain things and whatever. But you broke this, that, and another. All I'm gonna do is like, okay. Yes, okay. Right.
Oh my goodness. What about you, Brother Al?
Oh yeah, that it haven't happened to me because I strike back. You ain't gonna try to demoralize me for real. But but the most comment that I hear all the time that drive me nuts is that when women every woman is different. Some things are not important to some women as others. So when you gotta say a man don't open the car door for the woman or pull out the chair, here come that phrase, you ain't no real man. That comes out so much. And I tell people, if you get 10 women and ask them what's the definition of a real man, you'll get 10 different answers. Because that's just basically on what you like. You might like the chair pulled out for you, but this woman don't care. It doesn't matter. So that always drives me nuts. You ain't no real man.
Okay. That's a good one. What about you, Pastor Jeff? Have you heard, something that has been said to you that emasculated you or said to another man?
Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of that and heard a lot of that because I grew up in the hood with 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 a lot of ghetto women that wasn't taught.
Wow.
Don't have no wisdom, to build a man up and tear it down. My daughter's mother used to, she wasn't taught, and my first child's mother, she used to say stuff to me. You lucky I'm with you. You ugly anyway. And she used to even
Wow.
slap me in my face because she knew I wouldn't hit a woman. And but she slapped me one time too many, and it changed.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
I think I took that for about a year, but then one day I put a stop to her slapping me. But I see a lot of that. I hear a lot of that because the daughters are just not trained, and if they're trained by ignorant mothers. To keep that mess going, to belittle a man, because the white man has set that up through slavery for them to look at us, less than, you know. So it's just
Okay,
it's a lot of
okay.
that.
Okay, all right. So I got your point. What about you, Pastor KL?
Well, I remember when I first got married, Alabama has a lot of land and they have a lot of heat. And my wife used to say, "You're not going out there to cut the yard? What kind of man are you?" I said, "I'm a house Negro. I don't go outside." I don't do the field. I don't do the field.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, we know that, women can say some very hurtful things sometimes. And like Brother Ainsley said, sometimes it's true, but it doesn't mean it's meant to be said. And it starts from somewhere. Men take abuse and men take, some shots. Let's put it like that. Men take some shots very early in life. I want to show you a video of one instance that I'm talking about. Shantice, let's go.
This is abuse right here.
My crush cheated on me with my best friend.
No, wait, you got to start it all over again. You got to start over. We missed the first part. You got to start all over again, please.
Can't see it.
Are we having some technical difficulties?
Please stand by.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where are we going?
School,
To see who?
my crush.
Ooh. You excited?
Yes.
What did you say about what was the first thing you said?
Oh man. All right. While she gets that together, let me read some of these comments. Daquan says, nobody talks about us black folk worse than we talk about ourselves at this point. And it's true. It's true. And that's one of the problems. That's one of the problems. Tara says she's right. That's one of the problems. We don't want nobody to talk about us, but like you guys have said, we talk about us. And like I said, there seems to be this trend on Instagram. I don't know how many of you have seen it. Shantice, let me know when you're ready. That you any of you guys have seen it or any of you have seen it, but these women are on here talking about they get $3,000 plus in food assistance plus cash because they've got like 6 and 7 kids, 6 and 7 baby daddies, and it's black and white women. It is not just black women, it is not just white women, it is black and white women. And it's like I said, it's the trend. And I'm like, why is this the thing to do where you're on here, first of all, talking about your business? Number two, you're proud to be able to say that you have these, you're getting these benefits. Even one of the women talked about the fact that she must be getting paid from TikTok, because she's made all these TikTok videos, so TikTok is now paying her. And she is talking about the fact that they found out that they've paid her all this money. She's driving a BMW, so she says, and she's mad because they have now cut her benefits. So she said she used to get like $4,000 or something in benefits, and then she now only gets like $188 or something like that. And she's mad because she gets no more of these high benefits. And what do they expect her to do? And, this is how she feeds her family and blah, 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 blah. And, the sad part about it is we represent ourselves very poorly. And when you don't want people of other color to talk about you, you need to think about how you didn't represented yourself. How you gonna get mad now because they're talking whether they're right or wrong, when this is the way you have represented yourself? So I don't know. I don't know what we want to do. We can't have the best of both worlds. That's my thought. Shanti, she's gonna try to play the video again.
What did you say about what was the first thing you said?
My crush cheated on me with my best friend.
Of course, because I want this to play today, we're having these technical difficulties. I'm going to try to see if I can talk about it, but the effect is not the same. I'm disappointed this morning.
Is this the one with a young boy? He trying to press a little bit.
Jay,
I'm serious this time.
first of all,
All right, we may have to scrap this. And unfortunately, I don't have the ability to play this
In the car?
But where are we going?
School.
To see who?
My crush.
Ooh. You excited?
Yes.
What did you say about what was the first thing you said?
My crush cheated on me with my best friend.
Your crush cheated on you with your best friend?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, sunshine. You okay?
No.
Got the video, but
oh my god. What can I do to make you feel better?
I don't know.
Oh, you'll find somebody else. It'll be, I promise.
I bet I won't.
All right, guys, we're going to have to, unfortunately, move forward. We're not going to be able to. Rich really loses my momentum here. So the first video, it shows a little boy who's on his way to school, and he's excited. He's excited because mom asks him, where you going today? And he says, I'm going to see my crush. And she says, oh, are you excited? He says, yes. The next video, they segue into the afternoon of this day, and he's talking to his dad, and he is now devastatedly crying. So the dad asks him to repeat what he said to him, and he says, my best friend stole my crush. And when I tell you, this is heartbreaking. He's so devastated because he trusted this friend, and this friend stole his crush. Now here's the point. When I said, this morning when I was trying to figure out which list I was gonna run from, or not run from, but speak from, the one with the insensitive things that women say to men came up, because I'm looking at what is it that at such a little age, he couldn't have been no more than about 5 or 6, but from so early, he is excited about this crush, but then he's broken down by this same crush because she's shifted on him and she's gone for his best friend. And my thing is, how do we start this so early in life? How does it start at 5 and 6 years old that we are so infatuated by the opposite sex, and we can get our feelings hurt by the opposite sex so deeply? How did that even start, Brother Al?
Man, social media and TV. The stuff that they show on TVs with these relationships and people dating and people stop seeing each other. People, I working in the school, I hear these 6th graders come in talking about this stuff, and they try to emulate it. Like, oh yeah, it's cool to have this girl and this and that. I talked to some of the kids, and you got some of the kids, you got a friend of girls, maybe 5 girls, and all of them have dated the same guy. And I'm like, is there no loyalty? Do you understand that your friend used to date him? You should not be dating him. That's off limit. So this stuff they seeing on TV is crazy. And that's contributing, that and online is contributing to all this mess. And to see him so young, like, wow. And it's hard. You don't know how that's going to affect him to be so young. And he done got his heart broken already. He's 5 years old, his heart is broken already. You should be thinking about cartoons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And his heart is broken already. So you don't know what his frame of mind will be after that.
Right. Absolutely. And that's my point. It's like from so early, devastated. Brother Ainsley, how does it start so early in life where about your heart being broken at 5 and 6 years old?
Yeah, I agree with Brother Al. It's just all the social media and TV thing. So back in the day when I was 5 years old, that's what, kindergarten, 1st grade, or stuff like that.
Right.
You may like a little girl and whatnot, but it wasn't about I can get my heart crushed. But now everything, is being thrown, is so visible for young folks and young folks, the whole sexuality and all this stuff is stuff is on TV now that wasn't on TV when I was 5 years old. They're being exposed to all these relationship mature issues and things they should not really be. They're everything's more sexualized, so things they get more, maybe even more sexually active at a younger age now. So of course, all this stuff is going to start be happening at a younger age. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is the trend, and I don't see, I don't know how it can stop, but I don't see it getting any better because this stuff is just proliferated on TV. That's what you see and hear every day and everywhere. So when I was 5 years old, I might like somebody, but I don't know if I'm gonna get heart crushed and stuff like that. But what I know about that too much at that age or back then,
Right.
now,
Right.
it's a different it's a different day and age. Everybody got everything is connected here. You see everything right here on your phone. You hear everything right on your phone. You see what the lifestyle says. Oh, I'm supposed to be, I'm supposed to have experience with another a boy or a girl at 6 or 7 years old. You see it. You're not even just hearing about it, you seeing it.
Right.
That's
right.
how
Absolutely.
it is, Or you say the peer
Absolutely.
pressure at that age. So
Right. Right. All right. It looks like we're able to play this video. I got to get this. It has to be played today to prove just what YouTube just said. All right. Let's try it. Let's try it.
In the car?
Well, where are we going?
School.
To see who?
My crush.
Ooh. You excited?
Yes.
What did you say about the first? What was the first thing you said?
My crush cheated on me with my best friend.
Your crush cheated on you with your best friend?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, sunshine. You okay?
No.
Oh my god. What can I do to make you feel better?
I don't know.
Well, you'll find somebody else. It'll be, I promise.
I bet I won't.
Nobody knows. You was 5 years old. Wait, don't play that one yet. Please don't play that. Please don't play that yet. Please don't play it yet. So we're up to you. Thank you so much. We're up to you, Pastor Jeff. The father says, "I'm sure you'll. Are you okay?" He says, "No." He says, "No." He says, I hope you feel better. I don't think so. How do you know this at such an early age?
Well, he don't know that he won't feel that he'll feel better, but everybody's talking right. They watching TV and social media and all of that, and these kids are not kids no more. Not like when we were 5. They're wiser. They're weekend wiser. The Bible says so. He in his feelings. His world is over.
I know.
But
Oh my gosh.
he'll find out that girl that he was crushing off of, probably he gonna find her to be ugly later on, and be glad that she did, go cheat on him. But believe it or not, I was in the first grade, and my first little girlfriend was a white girl, and she my Anthony, the little boy that was in class with me during snack time, she would show us her stuff for our pretzels. Okay?
What?
And she got caught in the closet with her panties down by the teacher. And then the first thing she told the teacher was, I tried to get at her. And, because Anthony was white, she was white, and I was the black guy. And I said, look how young. She knew exactly to blame it on the black boy. You know what I'm saying? That quick, even at that age.
And she took all your
first grade.
And she took all your
presents.
Oh my gosh. Pastor Jeff is remembering names and everything. Oh my gosh.
I remember.
Let's show you how it affected him.
It affected me.
Yes.
Because that's what made me the black.
Point.
That's what made me the black radical I am. I'm in the first grade and I get blamed for molesting a white woman, a white little girl, and I'm a little boy.
Oh my Lord, have mercy. Oh, Pastor KL, His world is crushed right now. His heart is broken. He says, "Are you okay?" He says, "No." Oh my goodness gracious.
First of all, Jeff went to Thought Elementary because I never heard of them kind of stories at all. So that's crazy.
Public school 54. Public school 54.
the first integration.
Oh my gosh.
But when I hear this story, I think all the guys are correct. But when I hear this story, in kindergarten, I thought girls was the worst thing in the world. Like girlfriend, ugly. You know what I mean? And now we have girlfriends and boyfriends in elementary school. I used to go around pulling girls' hair just because I could. You know what I mean? It was never because I wanted to be with you or I ran home. And then, the mother's like, oh, you're going to see, who you going to see? Your crush? I mean, you set them up for failure. You know what I mean? Just like a woman. You set them up. You know you can't have no crush in elementary school. There's too much of a variety. Whoever has the biggest blocks is going to win. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand. I don't know. I think the mother should have kind of downplayed that a little bit. You gave him too much hope.
Mm-hmm.
As if we were going down the aisle. You know what I mean? No. Who you gonna see? Are you excited? I mean, don't do that. So now when he comes home, you can't even talk to him. He got to talk to his dad. Go call your father.
Right.
Go call your father. What? Now it's in my lap because you done promoted this nonsense? Nah, that ain't fair.
Wow. And can I be honest? As a woman, I thought that. I said, you send him out in the morning. Oh, you going to see your crush? Yeah, now you made it into something. So when you guys say it's on TV and social media, well, it's right in the house.
Right.
It's right in the house. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the fact that this was something. I mean, it sounds cute, but again, it sets him up for stuff like this. Why? Why are we doing this? I thought the same thing, and I'm thinking this as a woman. All right, please play the next video because it goes from this crying to this next level.
Oh, Bianca?
Yes, I do. She my girl. She my girl, bro. And that's on
First
life.
of all, no.
That's on life,
James,
Mom.
first.
That's on life. That's on life, Mom. I'm not getting back to Bianca.
James.
I'm serious this time.
First of all, okay, I understand you're serious.
No.
But you been going off in this car like Bianca in here. Baby, she's not here. She can't hear you.
But Mom, I'm just telling you, I'm done with Bianca this time. I'm not worried about Bianca this time. Just know, I moved on to bigger and better things.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I ain't about to,
James.
And I ain't about to say that because I see your camera right now.
Okay, yeah, because I'm going to post
Bianca,
you doing this.
Bianca, if you're seeing this, just know, Lil James Tucker is done with you. He's done with you.
James.
You hurt me. That's some pain that nobody can fix.
James, how the girl hurt you?
Oh.
James, it's not that serious. You really getting your feelings.
You know what it is? It's them pretty girls that just the work.
James, I thought you loved me.
I'm done.
You through?
I'm through. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Wow.
What is this? Oh my gosh. Every time I watch these videos, I am breathless. Brother Al, we got a few minutes left. What you got to say here?
Wow. That is and again, the ghetto mom promoting it. You know what I'm saying? I just lost for words on that. Like, this little kid is going in. Like, I'm done with her. I'm like, first of all, lower your voice. And second of all, who you talking to? So the mother been promoting it. And now look, you done created a monster and not realizing this little kid can go to school and that little girl say something, he mess around and hit her. First domestic violence case. Yeah, that's wow.
Brother Ainsley.
Yeah, I was like, first of all, I gotta say, if that is he really acting or that really for real?
No, that's for
Because
real.
yeah, because now for real, it is clear he's getting that. That's all his mother and and his father's, all that talk. He done heard that talk, that behavior on life. That's coming from home. He's hearing that
Right,
from home. That
right.
language and that attitude, that's straight from his, that, like you said, that his ghetto home and stuff like that. So that's where he hear it from, and when and his talk, his mannerism, that's what he hear. That's how he talk and stuff like that. So you're right. It's clearly that's all on his mother, on his parents. Instead of saying, "Yo, listen, listen. I know you might like this young girl and whatnot, but listen, don't take it easy. You got time for that. You might hard get broke. This probably ain't gonna be the girl you're gonna be with when you get 20 and 30 years old. So, prepare the man, for all of that. If you're gonna reduce him to relationships and stuff like that. But you're right. This right here, that's all on the parents' fault right there. That'll make no sense right there. I really don't. And then you're gonna record and post your child on the internet for that. Come on, man. Like, we ain't got no shame, but we gonna publicize it now.
Because we don't think it's us. Because we don't think it's us. Pastor Jeff.
When I saw that, I just really see that that's the whole focus in that household. Probably with the mother and the father, relationship. They're not. There's no focus on anything else. So that boy believes that life is all about, that the girl and the woman. And, he got no other thoughts in his head. You understand what I'm saying? No other vision, because that's what's being perpetuated, and that's all you see on all the videos on TV and everything is about, relationships and bumping and grinding and, and this, that, and the other. Like, there's no more to life. So that's why that boy is so extreme, because that girl doing that to him, that's the ultimate. He ain't trying to build nothing or have nothing.
Woo! Goodness gracious, Pastor Jeff. Well, Pastor KL, are you with us?
Yes.
What you got to say about this here?
I think it's just history repeating itself. I mean, that's something that he's seen quite often, as the other guys say. Because listen, at 5, 6, 7 years old, you ain't lived no life. So what you mean on my life? What life have you lived? You just got off a bottle. You know what I mean? On my life. So that sounds like something your mama kept on saying to your daddy. All my life, I'm done with you. We're not doing. I mean, a man don't even say that. On my life, I'm done with you. That sounds like something a woman would say. So you keep hearing your mama say that, and that becomes part of your vocabulary. It becomes part of you. On my life. Who says that? That's like clapping back. On my life. No, we don't do that. We don't do. That's not what we do. You know what I mean?
No, but he's moving on to bigger and better things. Woo! Like, yo.
A second grader.
Right. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Like, yo, this is crazy. Unfortunately, the videos got played late. We can't go into this further. We're running out of time. But thank you so much, my due time men. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you for sending us into a thought-provoking weekend. And we pray you have a blessed weekend.
You as well.
You do too. You need to get them kids focused on Jesus. They'll be all right.
Absolutely, brother Al. Absolutely. Y'all read them those comments in the chat, because I ain't got no time left to do so. But thank you, Anika, for picking up the slack and being able to play the videos for us. Thank you, Shantice, for making the attempts to get those videos played. There were several things that came to my mind. Again, like I said, with the first little boy, when mom was sending him out the house, again, they think this is cute, to push this crush thing, but not understanding, I'm not talking to my granddaughter. I didn't talk to my 3 girls about boys at 5 and 6 years old. It's time and a place for everything. And it ain't no time and place in your life at 5 and 6 years old, probably 7 for this other little boy, the second little boy, to be talking about relationships, to be talking about boys and girls, to be talking about interaction, other than just learning how to be friends and learning how to play and learning how to be respectful and learning how to grow and learning how to share, learning how to speak to one another, learning how to pretty much interact with people. That to me is the focus. And I started off early this morning with my comments when I did the recap about what I do talk to my girls about, the things that I do talk to my girls about. What do we teach our children? When I say to them, listen, live your life, and then wait to start these relationships. These parents, didn't have these conversations. And when the second mother says, even with all his ranting, instead of her trying to calm him down, her one of her comments was, I thought you was in love with Bianca. Is that something you want to throw out now? Is that something that you want to bring up now? Instead of trying to calm him down, period. Just calm him down, period. Forget about necessarily what it is, or forget about what it's. Just try to calm him down. Nobody at 6 or 7 years old needs to even understand about being that angry. Why are you that angry over anything at 6 or 7 years old? Life just ain't that serious at 6 or 7 years old that you are that angry over anything other than someone, hitting you or really, something like that. And unfortunately, this is his hit. This is his blow. And that's why I wanted these videos played today from, in front of the men, because this is the stuff that happens when we're children that take us into adulthood. Pastor Jeff talked about an experience he had in PS, public school. That means you couldn't have been no more than about 10 years old when you actually came up out of that school. And he said, this is why I'm the radical I am now. Well, whether he was joking or serious, it has framed his life. And the bad part about it is, this is what happens to us, that our experiences from childhood takes us into adulthood and now dictates how we handle life. And when I saw the difference with one little boy crying, his heart broken, and he's crying about it, and the other one with his heart broken and he's enraged. First of all, somebody 6 and 7, I don't want you mad like that around me. And we need to learn how to tame this anger and these emotions from now. Because if I don't help you to channel these emotions from now, then when you get older, you're going to be somebody's serial killer. There's going to be some domestic violence in your history book and in your present book, and you're going to be sitting up in jail, or you're not going to know how to handle anger, and you're going to be striking out at people. This does not go well from here if we don't teach them. And the answer is Jesus. I know some people, might be, oh my goodness gracious, every time. Yes, that's why I'm here, because God is showing us from younger and younger why we need God. God is showing us from younger and younger why we need to introduce these children to Jesus. I think it was the other day, Wednesday, that Shantice brought up, or it could have been her, it could have been someone else, but this peace, you don't know peace. You don't know real peace until you know God. You don't know real peace until you've met a man named Jesus. Trust me when I tell you, because he's going to be able to help you when the storm is at its highest and all the world is going to be caving in, but you are going to be nice and calm. Doesn't mean you're not concerned. It doesn't mean you're not upset, but he tempers you. And this is something that we need to introduce to our children very young in life. The same thing is happening with our girls. Today, we just focused on the boys. But when we look at the girls, they're going through the same thing. Their little hearts are being broken right now. For every boy that's angry, there's a little girl that's angry. For every boy that's crying, there's a little girl that's crying. And we have an obligation to our children to give them Christ now. Because if we don't give them Christ now, we try to give them Christ later. It's not that God won't be able to do what he needs to do with their lives at that point. But look at what God is going to have to work on. But if, as you can see, if we as the parents, if we don't play that role, that crucial role in their childhood, and I mean early childhood, then we're going to be in trouble. We have a larger responsibility than we think as adults, as parents. It's not all about laughing, putting them on the internet. But you know what? Thank you. Thank you for doing that, because we can use this as an example today. See, when I told you about it, you couldn't identify, you couldn't understand it the way you could understand it. That's why I really wanted you to see the video, because each time I watch those videos, my heart just breaks. Both times, my heart just got broken for them. I'm not related to them. I don't know them, but I do know heartache. I do know anger. I was never an angry person, but I do know anger as having experienced anger from the opposite side as a recipient of someone's anger. And that could have come from when they were a child and nobody helped them with that anger. So let's introduce our children to Jesus. There's nothing better we can give them. There's no better conversation we can give them. Give them God now. When you're filming them, film them at church. Film them on their hands and knees praying. Film them saying their prayers. Film them saying their grace. Film them talking about God. That makes the difference. Please, we've had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. I know you want somebody else to experience the same thing you've experienced. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're reminded. Tell a friend, tell a family member, tell a co-worker that Due Time with Pastor Steph is on Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. Make sure that you share this, because the more you share this, the more people will become. People will get the message and the joy first thing in the morning that God is bringing. You've been watching It's Due Time with Pastor Steph. Join us Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., where we discuss matters of the heart, mind, and spirit. As you go through your day, be sure to set your mind on things that are above, not on things that are on the earth. They will only serve as a distraction. Remember, prayer changes things. It's Pastor Steph signing off, and I want to thank my Due Time crew, my men, for always coming through big time and sending us into a thought-provoking weekend. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. You are the biggest joy I have in the morning, next to Jesus, when I get these chat room conversations going on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please do not miss this opportunity to give your life to Christ right now. Please do not miss this opportunity to strengthen that relationship with the Lord right now, because later is not promised to any of us. Until Sunday, God spares, where we're in the Word Prayer Project room. Make sure you join us to see what the topic is that we'll be praying about. Until then, I love you.